I am working on another page, and you can probably see this little box here, this little tray with goodies that I have kind of stashed over here. I'm going to stamp this with this. I know I've got a lot of spider webs going on, but it's really the only thing I can think of background wise, because I want this to stay kind of like painted walls that are just spider webby. So I'm just gonna use this one again. Okay, so that went horribly wrong. I even took everything out of here and everything out of here, and still I had a mistake. So I'm just going to switch pages. I'm just keeping those together in case I need them. I'll put these guys back. And I don't think I recorded this, but I don't think I edited this page. It was very simple. That is part of, I don't know what that was, ribbon maybe? This is the Michaels Vellum. This was one of those freepick.com Halloween characters. This was a Boo from a Big's Die. And then this outline is a reverse scallop circle. I believe I got that from Surprise Creation Store off AliExpress years ago. I don't know if people are still buying stuff from AliExpress. I have kind of slowed down, and the last thing I bought, it wasn't sized right, so I can't use it, and they wouldn't give me a refund, so I'm just like, you know, whatever. So this messed up, but there's a couple of things I have printed out that I want to make full pages of, so I'll probably just use that as a lesson, one, because this caused it not to hit. And here it is here. It's a little darker than what I wanted, and I didn't get an exact, I didn't get a real good stamping of it, but hopefully it will, like, once I start putting these little characters down, that will fix it. So my idea is I'm doing little, oh, he looks cute on the darker page. And I used the Hickory Smoke archival ink. On the other one, I used the VersaFine Black, which was just too dark. And although Ranger ink is not my favorite ink, it does dry quicker. Like it dries quicker, and that is handy when you're doing things like this. Okay, so I am doing picture frames, kind of like it's a wall, in an old house, and I have this. I kind of went back and forth on the things in the center, so this took me a while. It took me a while to cut out all the centers and the frames, are Tim Holtz Big's Die. I think it's just frames. So I thought, I already had her made, so I was like, oh, she looks cute. So then I tried some, this is from a Scrap Diva bow die. I was going to do 2 legs, which is really cute, but then when I saw I could get the skirt in there, I was like, yeah, this is, gosh, I'm using a ton of dies for this one. Frightful Things. There's a ghost here that I used. These are drop-in, Halloween drop-ins. I remember that. These, I'm not sure what brand they are. I've got this Whimsy bat. I did not use the mummy. I don't think I used these eyes. Ooh. Yeah, so, and then I tried to use these. I can't remember. No, I just changed the eyes on the cat. What I need to do is I need to make witch legs, and I've already, oh, you know what? I wanted her leggings to be striped. They're gonna be the exact same stripe as this. I wonder if that's gonna look okay. We'll see. I'm a little tired. We had that Halloween party last night, which was so fun, but I am tired. Okay, so we're gonna glue this skirt down. Either way, it's going to work. It's either gonna like work for this or something else. It was just easier to stamp the whole thing than to try to only stamp the legs, because these are getting covered up. Her little boots. Okay, so I had to stop for a second. My husband just got back from the store. He went to that market that we like to go to down the street, and he said that the dairy case like went down. Oh my gosh, right? Yikes. The dairy case went down. There's a specific pen I am looking for, but I will use this Sharpie. I am wondering. You know what? I'm being too picky. Too picky. What's happening? Okay. So here is the plan. That looks cute. Where's the other skirt? I wanted to compare, but I don't know. I guess I had too much fun last night. I am not completely with it right now. Here it is. I thought it would be cute if everything was kind of in the same color scheme. But I don't know. I don't know about those leggings matching this. Should have left them solid. But I did that after I did this. I'm going to get everything laid out and then I'll decide. So I put these together. Put him together. He's so cute. I don't remember who he's by. I pieced these guys together, which I should stick those eyes down like this, because everything's kind of up in the air. That eye stayed. And these eyes go in a certain way, so you have to be careful. Okay, so I've got him. I've got his moon. And see, like the moon matches, the eyes match. I'm gonna have to cut some of the ghost off. I have a candelabra here. I haven't decided on the candles yet. And then I have a cat here. So I can get it more in the screen. Yeah, I don't know if I'm loving the background. But I know one thing. I love this cat here. So this cat, I can stick this down. And I went to Michael's like 2 days ago, and I grabbed one of their notebook stamps. And I grabbed some of this washi tape. And they didn't have the 6x6 in my store. They had received, why is this not fitting? Okay, I'm just gonna glue stuff down. This is just not working out. Do I like this? Yes, I think I like this. Okay, so we're gonna stick with that. So I can stick her down. I'll stick him down last. Stick this down. So I'm gonna stick this one down. See, I had already stuck him down. He was my first one to see, will this even work? And I've always wanted to use these frames. I've owned this die forever. I've always wanted to use these frames to do, I don't know what you call it when you group pictures together. You might call it like a museum wall or something in your house. I've just always wanted to do that. And never took the initiative. And I thought, oh, this would be a great time. Because it gave me a chance to play with a bunch of dies that I had not played with in a long time. That looks pretty centered. Okay, so for this one, and I think I like the way I have them placed. I may change her leggings. I may not. I don't know. But the cat's eyes in white, this cat looked crazy. But then when I changed them to that orangish, yellowish color, it just looks so much better. So then that's what gave me the idea about keeping everything into the same color scheme, but not necessarily matchy-matchy, you know. Let's see, we could scooch. Trying to see how much space. It seems good. And then you have to cut these so that the writing is going the right way. Learn that the hard way. Okay, now we're gonna glue this cat. And this cat came from, it's a Halloween bow that I bought from AliExpress. My guess, I mean, I bought it years ago. My guess is it's KS Craft. And I don't, although I love the bows on people's projects, I don't tend to use the bows as often. So I have stopped buying bows. Now watch me buy some bows. I really don't care to make them. And I don't have room to buy extra stuff anymore. Oh, she's so cute. So cute. Okay, I still gotta think on these legs. So we'll put him down. So the tricky thing with this, you have to kind of hinge it so you can go back and forth. You have it the correct side up. Because to me, the writing going in the correct direction is important. It's not like that for everyone. Okay. So this way I can kind of slide the ghost in and out and see how I want him. I think I want the full moon to be seen, but it doesn't have to be. I'm going to place the moon down, then place the little ghosty. That's cute. And then I can just glue the ghost down and then cut off what I'm not going to use. These drop-ins are so cool. I don't know why there was only ever one made. I mean, if there were more made, I missed them. is cute. And then I'll just cut that little tail off. There. It seems a little off center. So I am going to take that off, glue this down. It's nice these line up. So cute. And I like that I'm covering up some of these spider webs too. There, that is nice. Oh, I am happy with this. Super duper cute. So which one should we do now? I should figure her out. I could get this placed. And then I think she fits. Like I think I can always trim her if I need to. She's a really close fit if she doesn't fit. That looks good. This would be really cute for Christmas too. I'll have to do a Christmas one. So we'll put that in there. And then we'll see. It's cute. I think those leggings are very distracting. She might need just plain leggings. Oh, that is so much better than that. That's very distracting. Okay, that's just my opinion. So I bought, let's see if it's here. I bought this clear stamp from Michaels. I think their stamps are $12.99. Is that the first stamp I've bought from them? But I really wanted notebook type paper, and I had looked at grabbing the Tim Holtz one from Stampers Anonymous or scrapbook.com, and I just really didn't want to spend $25. And that was $12.99. Granted, in his you get 2 stamps. In this one you get 1, but then there's also I had a 30% off my entire order, and then you earn credits at Michaels. And I had, like I said, I've got the card, so you earn more than 5%. Maybe you earn like 6% or something. I don't know. You earn a little bit more. Okay, so does she need to have the top of that skirt trimmed off? Maybe just a smidgen. There's something bumpy right there, but that works. That's gluing down nice. Good. Okay, we can do this one, and then we can do this one. I think I can go ahead and put this where it needs to be. I can't tell. I think that's going to be lined up right. Okay. Such pretty frames. Get that little piece of a wing. Oh my gosh, these are the tiniest little overhanging pieces of a wing. I was happy I was able to get both of the bats in there, because I could have just done one, but I thought, I don't know, bats typically hang out more than one. It's always so awesome when we get a bat in our yard, because where they decide to live, they can make a little bit of a mess. They have like greasy little bodies where they hang, but we have no mosquitoes, none, and you can just sit outside and have zero cares. And that little clip, I grabbed those from Hobby Lobby. I feel like they're in the art section, but I feel like Michaels probably has them too. They're cheap at Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna say like $2 for like $1.99 for 2 of them. I'm gonna put the candelabra together. I gotta decide. I'm just gonna stick this down. I decided on the shiny black. I cut this one out many times before I could figure out what I wanted. I was being very particular with this page because I've always wanted to do it. I wanted to get it right. I think I'm gonna let the candelabra hang over the frame. I do want it all the way down at the bottom though. And this shiny paper is Tonic. I love the Tonic shiny paper. But it's hard to get your hands on. The only place I ever buy it from is scrapbook.com. And it's like, I find it impossible to get my hands on it. But I don't use that much of it, so that's okay. So we have to decide, do we want, and these did not come with like a flame. So, which is fine because a flame wouldn't fit on that. That looks pretty. Okay. I feel like it's not centered. Oh well. You know what? I'm going to glue it down and then decide the colors we want. I think that'll make the difference. Yeah, that's totally not centered. But you know what? We don't care. I don't think you can tell. That's weird. It looks centered. It looks perfectly centered. Oh, I love a candelabra. I love a candelabra and a chandelier. Okay, that white is pretty. Now, let's see the orange. That orange is pretty. Okay, we're gonna have to do of course now I'm missing a yellow candle. Here it is. Normally I don't care if I'm missing stuff. I am tired tonight. The host and hostess put on a great party. And it was like a serve yourself. Typically they have a bartender, but this year it was serve yourself. I do better when someone else is serving me, because I pour very large drinks so I don't have to keep going back. Oh. Other people, I think, were real conservative, and I was like, I don't want to have to come back over. That really pops. I think that'll give me 3 whites and 3 oranges, so I'm going to go with white, although I really do like the orange. And this is, it's somewhere over here. I don't know what these are, what brand these are, but they've gotten separated from their packaging. I don't have enough of these, and I need to order some more, but then I kind of feel like I should go through my stash, get rid of things I don't use, and not order more, you know? Because now that I know somebody who does this stuff, I can give them what I'm not using. And I noticed I have a flame. If that ever bugged me, that this doesn't have a flame with it. Which one has it? Something else I have has a flame. Because I was like, it's a Tim Holtz stamp. This. See, there's a flame right there that I could stick on it. So destructible. That center one really needs to be centered. Oh, I think there's a top and a bottom to this. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh my gosh! Just like that, it's done. You know what? I won't glue it down. I will have to glue it down because I know this tape. I think this came in that Tim Holtz stuff, but I'm not positive. I just recall this tape was kind of a bear to get to stick. Like it just didn't want to stick. Oh, yikes. I feel like those Tim Holtz scissors should stay shut better. That's really very pretty. So do I like it better like that, or do I like it better like that? I think since they're all in a frame, it's cool to have it in a frame, but it definitely doesn't need to be in a frame. Try to tuck that around there. That may not stay, but like I said, I'll just re-glue stuff down. How pretty. That really like jazzed it up. It's kind of cramped. I think I'm going to leave it the way it is. I like it. And then if I feel like I need something else, I could stamp. And then I could make it more like universal. I don't even think you may be on the screen, but in person, you don't really notice the transition in color on the pages. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, and then here is this one. If I'm not going to show a late video on this one, it was just so easy. 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, and it was done. So I will just leave it as a, you know, an easy one. Maybe I could do a short. Ooh, that might be cool. I've never done one of those. I think I've shown everything else. Yeah, I thought I would have used more of these stickers. So cute. And I still need to find little pumpkins or something for this. And I've got all these tiny little dies out. I should be able to find something. Okay, and I feel like there's something. Oh, there is something else I wanted to show you guys. This cat, I was going to make into like a binder cover, and I still am. This thing is awesome. I'm just gonna do some, I may do it next year, but I'm gonna do some different papers in it. But what I did was I cut, like a normal book, you would have the cover 1/4 of an inch bigger, but the only way I know how to do this thing, what is this? It's the We Are Memory or cinch. So the cinch, the only way I know to do it is to have them perfectly the same size. So what I did was I trimmed up the black one because it wasn't going to line up right. So I would have had to cut some, and like that's the best part to me. This is the best part to me. So I made it into a smaller book, and then I switched the pocket on this side. And then, you know, this 31 might be really cute somewhere in here. Okay, this is what I made with the Michaels stamp. That was just leftover die cut. I had a Happy Halloween already printed, and I used, let me get this American Crafts washi that I had sitting right here on my desk. And so I have a little tag, and then these had to be cut off. So I just stuck them in here. But with the pocket being this way instead of this way, I don't feel like you need to flip the book that way. So that was fun. That was fun to learn. And then all I did was, so I actually did make this. I just had to use a different cover. I took some of my painted papers, coffee stain. This was an old pad of Michaels, and it just had some general things in it. Use that. This is like coloring paper for kids that's cream instead of gray or white. This is, I had run off copies of some of the 49 and Market. They have collage paper, and I just put 2 in the printer, and then I cut them so that they fit. This is 110 pound cardstock because I thought it might be nice to have white. This is a printed paper with inks, and so that's how I did it. Printed, coffee, pre-printed, this coloring paper, and then what are we going to call this? Photocopied collage paper. And I think I did it 3 or 4 times. But I kept them all as neutral as I could. Is that one in upside down? I put that one in upside down. That's so funny. But the beauty of this is if that really bugs you, you can just rip it out. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I put that in upside down. That's phenomenal. Painted. 110. Just black. So cute, right? So this Reno Graphics. If you like this, this is free, and so is the Christmas one. And Reno Graphics is on Instagram, and then you go into her link tree, and it takes you to Patreon. Okay, and I think that's it. And again, this is that Michaels Recollections clear stamp that I used. Oh, okay. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.